It's not Stock. It's Stockton. It's Stockton, right? Stockton, Sweden.
Think of America.
That's gonna be my intro to Sweden videos. I'm gonna say shout out Sweden, shout out Sweden. Then I'm gonna go Stockton, Sweden. They gonna know what's going on.
England or maybe some third world country, but not Sweden. In this video, we will be going through a deadly war in the capital city of Sweden called Stockholm, which despite
It's Stockholm. I suck. Stockholm, Sweden.
Sweden being a country of only 10 million, made
Yo, Sweden, can y'all drink? Like, what's the laws out there? Because I just watched the Australian video and like they have this community where like they can't even buy liquor. It's like crazy. It's insane. Let's take a shot. If you old enough to drink, let's take a shot. It's Friday. Wait, no, I'm lying. It's Thursday. When we turn 18, oh my goodness. You guys aren't even 18 yet. Oh, you can buy alcohol at 21, but you can drink at 18. Huh? Sweden, that's backwards. What? Stockholm, Sweden.
Sweden have the highest gun deaths in the whole of Europe in 2018.
That's crazy. The highest gun deaths is insane.
Let's get into it.
Let's hit it.
Okay, so like I said before, we are going inside the capital city of Sweden called Stockholm. More specifically, a small town inside Stockholm called
Oh, shout out to everybody that's fasting right now. Okay. That's what's up. I'm not too how do I say this? I guess I'm not educated on that. So I don't really know how that works. I just know that you guys take it very really seriously. And around that time you guys can't eat until like a certain time. So, but the best of luck in that journey. But if you're not fasting, Stockholm, Sweden, pull up. Let's get it. Full screen. How does it look? Does it look tiny? If I full screen it, is it gonna block me out? Can you guys still see me? Am I still here? Mm. Wait, let me see. I don't know how this is gonna look once I full screen it. Wow, so this whole time I could have been full screen. That's crazy, lads. I called y'all lads, but y'all lads. Y'all on my channel. You a lad. Yo, that's wild. Who would have thunk it? Y'all know I'm old, right? Y'all know I'm 31, so y'all do gotta tell me certain shit. All right, I'm sorry. I'll play the video. Golly.
Rinkeby, home of two of the most ruthless gangs in the country. Now, Sweden for quite a few decades now has had quite an open and relaxed policy towards asylum-seeking refugees. The country was quite notorious for letting residents of war-torn countries like Syria and Somalia claim asylum inside their country, and when refugees would come
And you know what? America's doing that same thing. And it's like, you don't want to be like, oh, no, don't come over here. But you do want to be like, yo, don't come over here with that bullshit. Because we got enough going on as it is. So don't come over here. Don't leave your country. Come over here to my shit with that bullshit. That's what you want to say. You know?
in, there were a few towns normally they would be sent to. One of these towns being Rinkeby. In fact, Sweden actually has the highest asylum immigration per capita in the whole of Europe. But despite Swedish open door policies, a lot of the Swedish people wasn't as accepting to the new arrivals, and far right protests didn't make integration the easiest. Now Rinkeby is home to a massive Somali population who were escaping violent conflicts in their home country. But a lot of Somali people who moved to Rinkeby were struggling, and high unemployment rates and hard living was a common theme with the
And that's how it be. Once niggas can't find jobs, once niggas can't, you know what I mean, can't feed their kids, they automatically turning into straight war. It's wartime. And only thing I could say is maybe the Sweden government should have been more careful with who they let in. Because every video I watched so far, they're always saying that it's migrants. Hmm.
Somali immigrants who just moved in. So the kids of these immigrants had to get it in another way, with the other way mainly being drug dealing and robberies. But on the 22nd of July 2015, a robbery gone wrong led to one of the worst bouts of violence Europe has ever seen. Four Somali boys from Rinkeby planned and executed a robbery on a currency exchange in a city called Tabi. They ran off with around $200,000 and the
Yo, this kind of looks sloppy. You know, it looks like they was making a bunch of noise. Like, how was this robbery successful? No funny shit. Like, nobody heard what was going on. Like, it's like they making mad noise.
robbery was talk of the town, but not everybody was happy about this. The robbers who executed this left out a couple younger members from the robbery, despite the younger members being part of the planning for it. The reason why the younger members were missed out was due to a previous robbery where one of them let off an unnecessary shot, so they were seen as a liability.
They all seem like liabilities. Okay, like just now, like I said, that footage is like they making mad noise. You ever rob somebody, bro? You supposed to be quiet. It don't even matter. I mean, but come on, common sense, bro. Like if you about to rob somebody, you really gonna be making that much noise? Like, come on now.
The same day, the youngest started demanding money from the robbery, but they were getting shut down. The person who was thought to be behind the robbery was a 19-year-old called Izzy. Hours after the robbery, he was shot dead, starting the feud. The next day, the whole town is shaken by the brutal murder, and Izzy's friends were not happy. So Izzy's friends arranged to meet with some of
Wait, my bad. I gotta break it back a little bit.
as a liability. The same day, the youngest started demanding money from the robbery, but they were getting shut down. The person who was thought to be behind the robbery was a 19-year-old called Izzy. Hours after the robbery, he was shot dead, starting the feud. The next day, the whole town is shaken by the brutal murder, and Izzy's friends were not happy. So Izzy's friends arranged to meet with some of the younger members who was meant to be involved in the robbery at a petrol station.
About to be some get back going on. Damn, man. I mean, situations like this could have been avoided. This could have been avoided. Probably wondering, TT, how could this have been avoided if they would have never been robbing? Well, that too, but if they just would have been fair with each other, you know? One guy let the gun go off. All right, you effed up. Stay your ass in the house. We gonna go and get this bag. And when we come back, we still gonna give you something. Even though you ain't robbed with us this time, but you was with us that time. Everybody gotta eat. In order for it to be a successful organization, everybody has to eat. Unless there's gonna be animosity within the gang. And then when it's animosity in the gang, we end up on YouTube doing reaction videos to it.
With the younger members thinking that they might be getting their cut from the robbery when they arrived. Instead, when they pulled up, 16 shots were let off onto the younger members, killing one 16-year-old and injuring the other, creating a big divide in the town between the younger and older Somali group of friends, with only 2 to 3 years separating them, with the older group who supported Izzy later calling themselves Shottaz, and the younger group calling themselves DP or Death Patrol. Now Rinkeby is a small town, real small, with less than 20,000 people living there, and a lot of the Somali
Damn, less than 20,000 people. Everybody smashing everybody. Who? I suggest you watch Sweden's Deadly Gang War. Isn't that what we watching now? Shottaz versus DP? Or is that no? Because that's Vice. Isn't that what we watching right now? Hey, Sweden. Don't be trying to pull a okey doke on me. Yeah, I know I'm blazed.
community already knew what was about to happen, with some of the kids even relocating quite fast after these 2 days of carnage. But for a while, it wasn't looking like a big issue.
Oh, I did trap lore video. I and then I like that trap how he did it because he put like the little segments under the video, so I was able to like get to the rice and beans. I didn't have to watch the whole thing. Cause he kind of got, I like him. He got to the point real quick. So yeah, I did that. Make sure I go get that. It's on my original channel, TT Shanell. I'm actually in the chat right now. Look, see, I just put hi. If you go on that channel, you'll see the Trap Lord Roast, the whole reaction. But listen to that after this though. Yo, my dog want to say hi. Come in. Cause he hears me talking, so he's like, "Who's she talking to? Why can't I?" He looks crazy though. He needs a cut. Don't make fun of him. Say hi. All right, we watch. Yo, be watching what's going on in Sweden. Stop, yo. We watching what's going on in Sweden. Tell him stop the violence. Say stop the violence. He said stop the violence, Sweden. It's unnecessary. You cannot. No, Oreo. Yo, my dog is spoil you. I'm telling you, he used to be in my lap all the time.
Inside the town, with only little spouts of arguments and fistfights, but no one was getting killed at this point. In Somali culture, there's something called blood money, where the families of the
Yeah, Trap Lord did his thing. Who do you think did it the best? I vote Trap Lord. He broke that shit down. He broke that shit down. But yeah, we still rocking Sweden.
deceased
Drop those comments.
get together with the families of the murderers and discuss to pay a price for the murder. The two families of the murdered got together but couldn't agree on the blood money ritual, but they did plan to have both of the murdered to be buried next to each other to show some unity between the two. But this piece was cut short on the 2nd of December 2016.
It was. Thank you, Andy. Because I was doing it and I was trying to not skip because some of you guys get so angry when I skip. But y'all gotta understand, bro, that's a long ass video. And some of that shit he was saying, we ain't need to hear about. We ain't need to know what happened at 18, whatever, 19. We don't care. We want to know what's going on right now. Like if I start doing that, let's say if I did a video on, even though I don't even want to cover certain shit, but if I did a documentary on certain shit, I'm getting right to the point. I did a documentary on certain artists, 10 fun facts. Here, boom, that's it. I ain't doing all that extra shit.
Member of the Shottaz gang called Indiana was visited by his brother who was living abroad in university. Indiana and his brother were spending some time together before his brother had to go back to uni, so visited the local cafe to get some food. Out of nowhere, two masked gunmen from the Death Patrol ran into the cafe and started letting off shots. The two brothers.
You know what bothers me the most about this? Is that they look alike. And when I say they look alike, I got you, Andy. Damn, but I can't really remove the whole chat. I don't know if I could remove. I think I can hide your comments. I should be able to. Hold on, let me see. I might be able to hide your comments, Andy. I'll see if I can hide your comments. I could try to do that, but if I can't hide your comments, then I might have to post the whole chat. I'll try my best, though. I'm not gonna lie. I like having a chat there though, because it makes when people they're watching the video, they want to see what I was responding to. Really, like was she just want to see the conversation. I'll try though. I'll see if I can limit your comments. I don't mind. I don't do nothing. I'm in the house all day. How old are you, Andy? I'm curious. You type you typing like you got your whole life ahead of you, and you do. You just sound like you give me young vibes. I don't know. Or you could be older. I don't know.
Tried to escape but got trapped inside the
Oh, my bad. I got distracted. What's pissing me off the most is that it's like y'all look alike, man. That's your brother. Why you killing your brother? It's like I don't get it.
washing room and both were shot to death, despite the brother not even having any affiliations, just being on a quick break from uni. This caused outrage and forced everyone from the small town of Rinkeby to pick one side, Shottaz or Death Patrol, and the beef starts to intensify. December 31st, the man is
Yo, Andy, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna give you the best advice you can get from a 31-year-old. Save your money. I don't care if it's $1, if it's $2, $3. Save your money. When I was 18, my aunt, she told me that advice, and I did not listen, and I regret it still to this day. Save your money for rainy days, because let me tell you something. Them rainy days is gonna come whether you like it or not. I ain't even gonna make it seem like it ain't, and you already know how it is, Andy. So save your money, man.
shot in his car that is linked to the Death Patrol gang. He's shot 4 times in his legs, but left with non-life-threatening injuries. Next day, another man from the Death Patrol side is shot. This time he dies, lying on a residential street with a shot to the head.
The next day, yo, the Sweden get back is crazy. You do something to one of these niggas Monday, 5 p.m., you might lose your life Monday, 8 p.m. I'm just saying.
At this point, police are fed up and so are the Swedish nationals. And the far-right movement in the country starts to grow, with protests storming throughout the country, with Swedish nationals wanting immigration to stop inside their country. On the other side, the immigrant population of Rinkeby were also not happy. They believed they were being targeted by police and were starting to be unjustly dealt with. Early in 2017, an alleged violent drug-related arrest near a metro station left the residents of Rinkeby to have enough, and large riots started storming throughout the city, which led to looting, arson, and even fights towards the police. 3 people were injured.
Yo, I feel like the Sweden police is soft. I don't want to disrespect them. I know they're doing their best, but I feel like they kind of soft. I don't know. But I also feel like every different, like, all right, being an American, our police, y'all know y'all see the news. They be killing us innocent. We don't even be doing nothing. So maybe that's why I feel like other countries are so, because maybe I'm traumatized, you know? But I feel like Sweden police is soft. Like, even if I was a cop, who you talking to? Like, they be talking to them crazy. They be, you know what I mean? They don't got no respect for authority. And you know what? That's the problem with these young niggas. I don't know about these niggas in particular, but just young niggas in general. They don't got no respect for authority. Like, I don't care to respect authority. I don't care. Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay, that's what I can't do. That's what I can't. Okay, fine. Not that serious. Respect authority. We all got somebody. We all got to respect something. It's like, what's wrong with people? You just be walking around with no respect. What's wrong with your ass?
102 arrested. This came days after the former President Trump let off a speech towards a migrant crisis in Sweden, saying immigration is a big factor towards the violence which is taking over the country. And the country was starting to get split in half, with integration between Swedish nationals and migrants as bad as ever, with areas like Rinkeby.
My city, New York, is just like this now. New York let a whole bunch of migrants in, and a few of them is causing a ruckus. Not all of them, but a few of them is causing a ruckus. Spit at them? Yeah, see, no, hell no. I'll be honest with you. You spit at a cop in America, and I'm going to do a reaction video on your ass because you're going to die, and I'm going to have to talk about it. So we know what not to do going forward. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Like, what? Let me tell you how the police in America scares the shit out of us. We don't even be doing nothing wrong, and we see them and we scared. We could just, I could be outside riding a bike. Oh shit, the police. America is crazy, but the police makes it crazier. It's for real.
Could be even being called no-go zones from nationals and the press, and Islamophobia and racism on the way up. But this didn't slow down the beef in the area.
I never heard of that. Islamic. Damn, I said Islamic. He's Islamophobia. Islamic phobia. I gotta hear that word again. I never heard of that before.
Bad as ever, with areas like Rinkeby even being called no-go zones from nationals and the press, and Islamophobia.
Islamic phobia. That's a tongue twister. Hey, what's the gay laws in Sweden? I'm curious. I'm gonna look it up.
And racism on the way up. But this didn't slow down the beef in the area, and it was the 8th of January when the Death Patrol gang struck again, this time in a pizza shop, when Hamza Abdi, a member of the Shottaz gang, was shot twice in the head. The shooting was caught on surveillance, and the police was desperate to find the killer.
What? Oh, I think I seen this on Trap Lord Royce. Wait, I gotta bring that up. I had to look this up. Look, this is important to me. This matters to me. Because I know I'm gay. So I need to know. All right. So I found this to be cool, right? This is just little something that I found cool. Same-sex marriage is legal, and it has been since 2009. Shout out Sweden. Shout out Sweden. Shout out Sweden. Nah, I mean Sweden doing their thing out there. Shout out Sweden. I like that. I'm learning more and more about Sweden every day. I like Sweden. I ain't gonna lie, I really do. I like that. I don't know because Sweden is a no-go zone. So like would I ever be able to visit Sweden? Because I like to travel. That's why I looked up can I be gay? Because what I'm not about to do is be gay and go to jail just for being my goddamn self. So shout out Sweden, man. And y'all did it around the same time I think we did it. No, you guys might have did it before. Well, we just made it legal in all 50 states like in 2017. So you guys had it legal since 2009. So shout out to Sweden for their gay laws. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gay, so if I do come visit you guys, I gotta make sure that I ain't gonna get my head knocked off my shoulders.
Again, this time in a pizza shop, when Hamza Abdi, a member of the Shottaz gang, was shot twice in the head. The shooting was caught on surveillance, and the police was desperate to find the killer, but it was seeming like this would be another unsolved case for the Swedish police, until two young boys were caught doing the robbery 2 months after the killing.
I'm about to say, if it was caught on camera, how the shit went unsolved? Like, I seen a face and all that. I mean, granted, they blurred it out, but the cops seen the real face. Like, what?
One of these boys being a 16-year-old called Shaki. After they were caught by the police, they raided Shaki's house, where they found the same gun and clothes, which were used in the murder of Hamza Abdi the month previous. They also matched Shaki's body type to the body type of the shooters. Now, Swedish sentences and prisons are very light compared to the rest of the world. Sweden has quite a different type of prison system to most countries, and they focus.
Okay, so with everything that's going on in Sweden, why the hell are y'all sentences in prison and everything of that nature very light? It should not be light. It should be very heavy.
More on changing and helping the prisoners instead of punishing them. Like, the prison rooms look like uni accommodations, and it actually works with Sweden having the lowest reoffending rate in the whole of Europe. So even despite Shaki committing a murder, he was only sentenced to 3 years in a youth care unit. Now, I'm not really sure how this really works, because it would only make sense that having such light sentences would make people not really care about committing crimes. But on the other hand, I guess if you focus more on helping and educating the criminals, who more time probably had a harsh background, they'll have new skills and a new outlet to come out on. But with Shaki, this wasn't the case. He wanted to get out. So Shaki was on day release when he went out to a shopping mall accompanied by.
I cannot believe this. How do you go from being how do you go from being a prime suspect and they just letting you walk around the mall like it's nothing? My bad, my dog want to get out. Like what?
By 2 guards. But also in the shopping mall was 2 of Shaki's friends waiting for him. Once they spotted Shaki, the 2 boys started threatening the guards and then escaped with Shaki, and they were on the run from.
I cannot believe he got away just that easy. Sweden police. I cannot believe that.
Months. A nationwide manhunt was out to find them, and many members from the Death Patrol.
Yo, I know when they got back to the sheriff, I know that or whatever. I don't know what y'all got. You know, the boys. Let's just say the boys. I know they was like, so how did this happen? They threatened us. So he just he probably was pissed.
Gang got raided, but there was no luck. Until a basement outside Stockholm was raided, and 2 members of the Death Patrol and Shaki was all found and arrested, with Shaki being sent back to serve a sentence. Now, if you know your geography, you'll know that Sweden borders another country called Denmark, but unlike Sweden, Denmark hasn't really seen much gang violence. In fact, Denmark is rated the 3rd most peaceful country in the world. But on June the 25th, 2019, Denmark was.
Hey, shout out to the gay flag. Shout out Sweden. shout out, Sweden.
Subject to something that no one expected. So 3 members of the Shottaz gang arranged to meet a Norwegian musician to network and make some tracks together. So they took a 7-hour drive from Stockholm to the capital city of Denmark called Copenhagen to meet up with the musician. But what they didn't know was that the musician had actually led the 3 Shottaz members into a trap. Waiting for them in Denmark was 5 members of the Death Patrol gang who flew in there the night previous. When they arrived, the Death Patrol gang started firing into their car. The driver managed to get out and run behind the parking garage with a shot to his leg, but his 21-year-old brother-in-law and another member wasn't as lucky.
Yo, these dudes is moving like it's like this shit is a game. Like this shit is a game of GTA to them. Like, how are they so reckless? I can't believe it.
Both dying from the shooting. One of the Shottaz members even tried to get out the car and crawl out, but a member of the Death Patrol gang got out of his car, reloaded his AK-47 and let off another 14 shots point blank range. The killers then took a picture of the 2 lifeless bodies and posted it all over social media.
Did you just hear that? So after they did the killing, they then took a picture and posted it on social media. Did they want to get caught?
5 men were charged and sentenced for the murder, where they are serving life in a Norwegian prison. One man being 23-year-old Muhammad Ali. Recently it was decided that the killers would be deported back to Sweden to finish off their sentence. But news broke out that Muhammad is begging the court not to send him back to Sweden, saying that in a Swedish prison his life will be in danger. He even said he would rather be sent back to Somalia, which is where his parents are originally from, just showing how dangerous this war is. Now while all this violence and back-to-back killings were happening, a rapper from the Shottaz gang started to
That's Yasin.
emerge. A kid called Yasin the Don, and he really blew up with one of his hit
Stockholm City.
singles called Chicago. At the same time, there was another Swedish rapper running up on the scene, a kid called Einar from the other side of Stockholm, who was blowing up on the Swedish charts, getting the most streams on Spotify in Sweden in 2019. But around the same time, Einar was still knees deep in the streets, being affiliated with a gang called the Varby Network. Now Yasin and Einar actually used to be cool, until Einar got into an argument with an affiliate of Yasin's gang, another big rapper in the city called Havel. After the argument, Yasin, Havel and Einar would make slight disses towards each other, until Havel invited Einar to an apartment to squash the beef. When Einar pulled up to the apartment, Havel and others kidnapped him.
I still can't get over this story. I still can't believe they did that. And I still can't believe Anna still managed to be that nigga after the fact. You know what I mean? Like, after the fact, he still went on live talking about anybody could get kidnapped. He still was letting his nuts hang, pause. You know what I mean? Like, that shit gangster. And that shit shows courage and strength. Let me tell you something. Most of these niggas, they get punched in their face and they ready to just quit life and ready to crash out, give up. Like, bro, you can't take a L. The amount of L's you done dished out, you can't take one. Come on, now, you know how much street fights I done got into. You think I'm about to sit up here and say I won every fight? Hell no. I can honestly say I done whooped some ass and I done got my ass whipped. But I don't sit up here and crash out just because I took one loss or two. That's why I respect. Yo, that shit crazy. My bad, just because that is wow. And y'all know I'm right. Anybody else that would have went through what he went through, they would have gave up on him. They would have quit everything because their pride would have got so involved and they couldn't handle their emotions. And mind you, this young man was what when he died. What? Edna was what? What, like 18, 19? If I'm not mistaken.
Tying him up and holding him hostage in an apartment. During the kidnap, Havel stole his watch, his chains, and held him for £100,000 ransom.
And you know what's so crazy? He went there and like trusting these people. He went there trusting these people. And what makes it even more heartbreaking and sick was I know was really I might be saying his name wrong. My bad. You guys know I'm from America, so my accent. I know he was really gangster. Cause think about it. They hit him up. Yo, come, let's squash the beef. He pulled up to where his ops was. Whether he was thinking we were gonna squash the beef or not, I'm gonna pull up. Most of these rappers don't even want to get on the phone with their ops, let alone go and visit them. But they want to sit there and talk about them in the song. But they don't want to go and talk, and they don't want to see them. That's why I don't respect them. And that was the main reason why I started doing my vlogs. I said, you know what? I'm not no computer type of individual. Like, you gonna see me outside. Whether I got enemies or not. Like, I just can't do that. Like, I can't sit there and discuss the hood, be from the hood, and not embrace it and not go out there like these other motherfuckers do. And want to talk about it all day, but they ain't outside in the trenches. That's why I love Spaniard. I just had to say that, man, because what happened to him, it pissed me off. Pissed me off real bad.
The gang even forced Aina to wear female underwear and took numerous pictures of him in embarrassing positions.
And that's mad gay. I mean, I'm gay, so I can say that. But that's gay. Like, what the
Havel and his gang threatened that if Aina didn't pay the ransom money, that they would release the pictures. But Aina refused to pay, so the pictures were posted all over social media. The same time, Swedish police were starting to crack down heavy on Stockholm gangs. And once the pictures got released, they wanted to make examples out of Yasin and Havel. Same time, Swedish police were working with other countries on a crackdown of an encrypted network called EncroChat, which was a network where normally criminals would discuss illegal activities.
Yo, let me tell you something. Take it from me. It ain't not near another app that you can have on a government phone that they can't track. Okay? I don't care what the hell you saying. I'm talking, listen to me. Whenever they make these phones, they make it for them. These ain't our phones. We just borrowing them. This is a borrowed device. We're borrowing this. Okay? This ain't ours. They have access to all of this shit. You can't even Google certain shit. They knocking at your door. Okay? So if you think, oh, I'm gonna talk on this, they ain't gonna know. They do. Are you dumb? That's what they live for. They probably watching me right now. Oh shit. Let me see if we get a new detail to something that we can help. Are you crazy? I bet you detectives sat back and watched the whole Trap Lord Ross video. I promise you. Stuff that they didn't know that he discovered. That's why it's all on the niggas that's in the streets. If y'all don't put the shit on the net, we don't got shit to say. But they don't get that.
Activities on an untraceable server until the server was hacked by international authorities in 2020. During this hack, Sweden.
Oh, what did I just say? You see how the authorities hacked it, right? And I bet you it took them nothing. Why? Because these are borrowed devices. Cell phones is the one thing that the government love because they have full control. Right now, they're trying to ban TikTok in America. Why? Because they don't have control over that. And they don't like it. Well, and what they're saying is they're trying to ban it because TikTok is working with this Chinese company, and right now America's at odds with China. So they just that's what they're saying. But when and that could be the case. That could be it. There's two sides to every story. And one could also be that they don't have control. I gotta give it up to Crime Sweden investigators. They've been doing this gang videos long time. Well, when you say not as quality as Trap Lord Ross, I think this might sound crazy, but I think what Trap Lord Ross is, what he does is ridiculous. Like, I don't think you got to get that. And like, look at this. This was only 13 minutes, and I got what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, my bad, y'all. I just smoked the blunt, so I got grabber and shit. I gotta stop putting grabber in my blunt, yo. No funny shit. I gotta just start smoking straight weed. Ever since I started putting tobacco in my blunts, it's harsh. I don't like it. My dog coming to check on me. I'm okay, baby. See? Get a dog. You ever feel lonely, get a dog. But what was I saying? I forgot. I got distracted. But yeah, like I feel like he just got to the point, 13 minutes. Get to the point. Now you got time.
Swedish authorities managed to track messages sent by Yasin on the plot to kidnap the rival rapper Aina. Yasin originally plotted to lure Aina to a recording studio where they would have captured him, but Havel beat him to it. Both Yasin and Havel were both arrested for the kidnapping, with Yasin sentenced to 10 months and Havel sentenced to 2 years. But the court wasn't happy and wanted longer sentences. But to do this, they needed Aina to testify against them at court. Several months
Now they know he wasn't gonna do that. Come on now.
Later, Havel's little brother is shot and killed, and Einar was the number one suspect for this, but they had no evidence against him. But regardless of this, the court was still persistent on getting Yasin and Havel's sentence increased, but Einar was still refusing to testify, so the police set up a false pickup from Einar's apartment, so he'd have no choice but to go to court. That same night that
That is insane.
decision was made, Einar was shot dead with 1 bullet to the head and 2 to the stomach. No one knows the exact motive for the killing, but generally people think that it's because Einar was about to testify on the kidnapping. The shooters
Nah, I doubt he was gonna testify. Y'all think he was gonna testify? Like he barely, like, come on now. I don't think he was gonna testify. I don't think he was gonna testify. Nah, I ain't buying that.
released videos on Snapchat just before the murder, with masks and the same Glock that was used for the murder. After the shooting, the killers released another video playing one of Einar's songs in the background, with the caption 1-0, but still no one's been charged for the rapper's death. Yasin has since been released from prison for the kidnapping, but the feds still have him under investigation, and could possibly rearrest.
Damn, you know what's so funny? You know why? This might sound crazy, but out of every Sweden reaction video I've ever done, this was the only one I actually paid attention to. It could be because I'm on live, but this is the only one I actually like paid attention to, and he didn't lose me. Like he kept me interested. That's why I said what Trap Lord do is it gets like you never watch Trap Lord and get bored. Like, oh my god, bro, get to the point. Like this nigga, he got to the point. I didn't even know Yasan did all that shit, and I probably heard that shit like 3 times. No funny shit. That was my first time ever watching a Sweden Deadly Gang review, anything of that nature. And he got right to the point and he kept me interested. Straight like that. So I like his video way better. I'm just saying. Subscribe for the vibe. I'm about to go get me some tea. Y'all ain't gonna lie. My voice is just I'm going through it. And I gotta get on live in like the next four hours for the lad. So hope you guys enjoyed this live, man. I did.